Now, from now on, I'm going to let you listen to the heart sound in various congenital heart disease. The most importantly, what is heart murmur? I'm sure you heard about the heart murmur in adult cardiology lecture. That most of the heart murmur in adult heart disease is the valve, aortic valve or mitral valve. But in congenital heart disease, it's different. When you describe the heart murmur, you need to describe where it is best heard, where it's loudest, the location of the heart murmur, and the timing during the heart cycle. Systolic murmur or diastolic or continuous or to and fro murmur. And how loud it is, grade 1, 2, 3, 4. And where the heart murmur is spreading, how it is transmitted. And number 5, you can feel when the heart murmur is so loud, you can feel the vibration with your fingertip. That means it's grade 4 heart murmur. So you need to remember when you describe heart murmur, you need to describe location, timing, loudness, transmission, and whether it's palpable. You know, when you describe location and transmission of heart murmur, aortic valve make heart murmur best heard on the right upper sternal border. In the aortic stenosis, this is the best place you hear. Left upper sternal border, pulmonary stenosis murmur is best heard in the left upper sternal border. Tracheous valve doesn't make much sound, so you can ignore this. A mitral valve, mitral stenosis, or mitral regurgitation, cardiac apex is the best heard, this murmur. You don't have to remember all this, but this is a summary of a heart murmur, typical heart murmur in heart disease. Aortic stenosis, right upper sternal border, as I said before. VSD murmur is along the left sternal border, VSD murmur. Aortic valve murmur, aortic regurgitation murmur is left lower. Tetralogy flow or pulmonary stenosis or AST, these murmurs, left upper sternal border. And again, mitral valve murmur is at the apex. I'll let you listen first. You just heard systolic ejection murmur. The louder the murmur is, more severe pulmonary stenosis or aortic stenosis. The first part of what you heard is a mild, like the short systolic ejection murmur. With the moderate AS, it's a little bit longer. With severe aortic stenosis or pulmonary stenosis, it's become louder and longer. I'll let you hear one more time after I explain it. I'll let you hear it one more time. Now you agree it's a diamond-shaped systolic ejection murmur, which is different from what you're going to hear on the next murmur. Now, this time, you're going to hear the murmur, which is different. It's not diamond-shaped. It's holosystolic murmur or pansystolic murmur, frequently heard in ventricular septal defect or mitral regurgitation. I'll let you hear it. You agree this murmur is different from what you heard before. The ejection murmur and holosystolic murmur is different. Now you're going to hear a diastolic murmur. You can see how different it is from the systolic murmur. I'll let you listen. can hear the sound start from after the second sound. This is a regurgitation murmur, early diastolic murmur. This is, it's different. I'll let you hear the mid-diastolic murmur. This is the most important murmur, continuous murmur, which is audible in patent ductus arteriosus or PDA. You can hear this sound start from first heart sound, go through the second heart sound, and so it runs the murmur continuous from systolic and diastolic. This is typical continuous machinery murmur, typical murmur for PDA. Let you listen one more time. Now you're going to listen to a heart murmur in specific congenital heart disease. You can hear this VSD murmur, and left lower sternal border is a pansystolic murmur. I'll let you listen. This is a typical VSD murmur, which is a pansystolic or holosystolic murmur, best heard at left lower sternal border. Next is ASD. It doesn't make a loud noise because there's not much a pressure difference between the left atrium and right ventricle. And the murmur heard in patients with ASD is not through the ASD, but it's from increased pulmonary flow through the pulmonary valve. So ASD murmur sounds like a mild pulmonary stenosis. Take a listen. This is a very typical auscultation findings in ASD. You can hear the systolic ejection murmur at left upper sternal border, and also wide fixed splitting of a second sound. Normally, second sound split widely with inspiration when the flow to the lung is increased with inspiration. But with ASD, because of a high flow, increased flow into the lung through the pulmonary valve, the second sound split widely and fixed. Fixed means a constant splitting regardless of inspiration or respiration. So it's called a fixed splitting of a second sound. Take a listen one more time. And the PDA, you already listened this before. I'll explain one more time. Is continuous machinery murmur. Murmur start with systolic and runs through the diastolic phase. Best heard at the left upper sternal border. Take a listen. It's like a machine running. The pulmonary valve stenosis or PS murmur is best heard at left upper sternal border. Ejection murmur, diamond-shaped murmur. The mild PS is a short murmur. The more severe one is long, even runs through the second heart sound, is diamond shape. And the severity of a valve stenosis correlates with the loudness of systolic murmur. In other words, in PS or AS, the louder the murmur is, the more severe the valve stenosis is. So now to take a listen. can hear this murmur getting louder and louder as the stenosis is more severe in PS or AS. Again, same as aortic stenosis, same as pulmonary stenosis. This is the murmur from aortic stenosis. Take a listen. It's a mild AS. The severe AS. The last part of this this audio clip, I think, is ASAR. There is a diastolic murmur from aortic regurgitation, like a to and fro murmur. Let you listen one more time. The last part of this clip is AS with AR. Also, there's important finding on this clip. On the initial part of this clip, you hear this click after the first heart sounds, systolic ejection click. That's when the aortic valve opens. Stenotic valve, only the stenotic valve make this ejection click. I'll take a listen one more time now, concentrating more on the systolic ejection click. These are the auscultation findings and tetralogy of Fallot. Again, tetralogy means pulmonary stenosis, VSD, overriding aorta, and RVH. This murmur from tetralogy, when you have a mild PS in tetralogy of Fallot, you have a long systolic ejection murmur. When it is combined with severe PS, there's only very small flow through the RV outflow tract, so the murmur is very short. So unlike simple AS or PS, in contrast, in tetralogy of Fallot, the more severe the short murmur, the shorter the murmur is. So in severe tetralogy of Fallot, there is no murmur. So if you remember this, in tetralogy of Fallot in cyanotic child, the louder murmur is good, better than very short murmur. Take a listen. One more time, let's listen. This is the end of the auscultation findings in congenital heart disease. This is the end of my talk.